A very good evening and warm welcome to Dhamma Television Collective News. This is Srishti Khadki. Let's move on to today's headlines. CPN to not split under any circumstances. Sapna listed in BBC's list of influential women. Demand later unaccepted in Nepali embassies in Gulf countries industry committee. Paras Khatka nominated for ICC award. Closed services to be open in minimal infection areas. India bans 43 more Chinese applications. Bomb blast near Afghan city of Bamiyan has killed 17 people. Elon Musk became the second richest man in the world. Biden announces his team saying American is back. 11,652 deaths in a single day due to corona in world. Here we go for news in detail. Communist Party of Nepal CPN Standing Committee member Top Bahadur Raimazi has said that his party will not split under any circumstances due to the current contradictions. Speaking in an interview organized by Reporters Club Nepal in Kathmandu on Tuesday, Raimazi said that context and content of contradictions within party was normal. Raimazi said that 19-page-long political report submitted by Executive Chairman Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda to Party Secretariat has been distributed from central leader to lower-level cadres. Leader Raimazi opined that loss of present achievement would have a direct impact not only on general leaders and cadres of CPN Maoists but also on people. Raimazi expressed confidence that they would resolve current disputes and problems as party with understanding in any case. Raimazi said that report of Chairman Dahal had been sent to Secretariat and it should be discussed in a lawful manner.
पार्टीभित्र विभिन्न विषयहरूमा अन्तर्विरोध भइरहन्छ। यो सर्वमान्य कुरा। अन्तर्विरोध यस्तो चीज हो जो निरपेक्ष हुन्छ, एकता सापेक्ष हुन्छ। अन्तर्विरोध कहिले एकदम उचाइमा पुग्छ, कहिले मन्द भएर जान्छ, तर अन्तर्विरोध भइरहन्छ। तर यो नेकपा भित्रको अन्तर्विरोध त हर पार्टीमा छ, हर समाजमा छ, व्यक्ति व्यक्तिमा छ, परिवारमा छ। तर सबभन्दा बढी चर्चाको विषय नेकपा भित्रको अन्तर्विरोध हुनुको पछाडिको कारण के हो, यो हामीले बुझ्न जरुरी छ। नेपालको इतिहासमा 2/3 बहुमतको सरकार, त्यो पनि नयाँ संविधान, संघीय गणतन्त्र नेपालको संविधान बनिसकेपछि, पार्टी एकता भइसकेपछि 2/3 को बहुमतको सरकार जसप्रति राष्ट्रिय र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय रूपमा धेरै अपेक्षाहरू, आशाहरू थिए। त्यसकारणले त्यो सरकारले 5 वर्षको कार्यकाल पूरा गर्न नपाउँदै बीचमा जो अन्तर्विरोध आयो, जुन स्तरबाट, जुन उचाइबाट अन्तर्विरोध आयो, त्यसकारणले स्वाभाविक रूपमा यो अन्तर्विरोधको चर्चा हुने विषयलाई हामीले स्वाभाविक ठान्नुपर्छ। सँगसँगै यो अन्तर्विरोधले पार्टी विभाजनतिर पो लैजान्छ कि या एकतातिर जान्छ, यो विषयमा पनि व्यापक रूपमा चर्चा भइरहेका छन्। प्रतिवेदनहरू अध्यक्ष कमरेड प्रचण्डले जो पेश गर्नुभएको छ, त्यो पार्टीभित्र मात्रै होइन, पार्टी बाहिर र कार्यकर्तासम्म पनि छापेर पनि वितरण गरिएको छ। केपी शर्मा ओलीजीले जो प्रधानमन्त्री पनि हुनुहुन्छ र पार्टी अध्यक्ष पनि हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँले पनि प्रतिवेदनको तयारी गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ। त्यसकारणले यी सम्पूर्ण विषयवस्तुहरूलाई, अन्तर्विरोधका एजेन्डाहरूलाई केलाएर हेर्दा, अध्ययन गर्दा के होला, नेकपा सग्लो लहरा कि फुट्ला, सरकार ढल्ला कि रहला भन्ने खालका चाहिँ चर्चा परिचर्चाहरू चलिरहेका छन्। मेरो बुझाइमा पार्टीभित्र अन्तर्विरोध हुन्छ, सामान्य मात्रै होइन, उच्च स्तरको पनि अन्तर्विरोध हुन्छ जो नेकपामा चलिरहेको छ। यही कारणले मात्रै नेकपा पार्टी विवादमा जाने।
Sapna Roka Margar, age 18 of Magdi, has been included in the list of the most influential women of 2020, prepared by British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC). The news was made public by BBC on Tuesday that Sapna has been working to burn corpses that have been left unattended recently. BBC's list also includes Finland's Prime Minister, Sanna Marin, Malaysia's famous actress Michelle Yeoh, and Sarah Gilbert, who laid a vaccine against coronavirus being developed by the Oxford University. Nepal Foreign Employment Business Association has stated that there is a problem as Nepali embassies in Gulf countries are not accepting demand letter. At a meeting of Committee on Industry and Commerce and Labour and Consumer Affairs under House of Representatives held at Singapore on Tuesday, General Secretary of Association Sudhit Kumar Shrestha said that there was a problem as demand letters from Gulf countries were not approved by embassies of the countries concerned. General Secretary of Association Shrestha pointed to Corona and accused Nepali embassies of being reluctant to accept demand. Shrestha said that demand for foreign employment could be lost if demand letter for foreign employment is not verified. Shrestha said that there is a possibility of human trafficking in other countries if only tourist visa is approved. Shrestha said that decision to open foreign employment was taken by Council of Ministers and urged concerned embassies to make arrangements for approval of demand letter. Committee has stated that it will take information from Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Labour after discussion.
हामीले चाहिँ अब यस क्रममा चाहिँ जस्तै बहाइनले पनि आफ्नो इम्प्लोयमेन्ट भिजा खोलेको अवस्था छ, बहाइनले पनि खोलेको अवस्था छ, कतारले पनि अस्ति भर्खरै केही दिन अगाडि नै इम्प्लोयमेन्ट भिजा खोलिसकेको अवस्था छ। जुन जुन मुलुकमा इम्प्लोयमेन्ट भिजा खोलिसकेको छ त्यो मुलुकको मागपत्र हामीलाई चाहिँ इन्क्वायरी भइरहेको छ। ठुलो मात्रामा करिब हामीलाई हाम्रो डाटा अनुसार चाहिँ करिब 70,000 को हाराहारीमा यी गल्फका विभिन्न देशहरूबाट चाहिँ मागपत्र आउने सम्भावना छ, बढेको छ, हामीसँग त्यो इन्क्वायरी आएको छ। तर सबै मुलुकहरू खुलेका छन्, जस्तै हाम्रा छिमेकी मुलुकहरू भारत खुलेको छ, हैन, भारतबाट कामदारहरू पठाइरहेको अवस्था छ, बङ्गलादेशबाट कामदार पठाइरहेको अवस्था छ, श्रीलङ्काबाट कामदार पठाइरहेको अवस्था छ। तर हामीले चाहिँ पठाउन सकेको अवस्था छैन, किन नयाँ मागपत्रको कुरा गरिरहेको छु म, नयाँ कामदार पठाइरहेको अवस्था छैन, किनभने मागपत्र प्रमाणीकरण भएको अवस्था छैन। मन्त्री परिषदको निर्णय भदौको 14 गतिको निर्णयलाई दूतावासले अवहेलना गरेको हामीले महसुस गरेको छौँ, हैन। अहिले वैदेशिक रोजगार व्यवसाय पूर्ण रूपमा सुचारू छ, वैदेशिक रोजगार विभागले अन्तिम स्वीकृति पूर्व स्वीकृति खुला गरेको अवस्था छ। त्यसका बावजुद पनि दूतावासले मागपत्र प्रमाणीकरण नगर्नुलाई यसलाई चाहिँ गम्भीरताका साथ हामीले लिएका छौँ। र जानकारीको लागि मैले माननीय मन्त्रीज्यूलाई मागपत्र प्रमाणीकरणको सन्दर्भमा पनि मैले दुईचोटि पत्र दिइसकेको अवस्था छ, हैन। उहाँले पनि पहल गर्छु भन्नुभयो, तर आजका दिनसम्म त्यसको सुनवाई भएको छैन। त्यस्तै गरेर चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालयको सचिवज्यूलाई पनि हामीले पत्र दिइसकेको अवस्था छ, हैन। त्यस्तै गरेर हामीले चाहिँ वैदेशिक रोजगार विभाग, वैदेशिक रोजगार मन्त्रालय लगायत हामीसँग सरकार राख्ने सम्पूर्ण निकायहरूमा हामीले चाहिँ बारम्बार ताकेता गरिरहेको अवस्था छ। दूतावासमा हामीले निरन्तर छलफल गरिरहेको अवस्था छ, तर दूतावासबाट पनि कुनै वैज्ञानिक रिजनहरू कुनै आएको छैन। उहाँहरूको चाहिँ मनोगणन्ती कुराहरू अहिले हामी सक्दैनौँ। नेपालमा कामदारहरू फर्किने मान्छेहरू अझै ठुलो ताती छन् भन्ने कुराहरू लगायतका कुराहरू गर्नुभएको छ। तर त्यसका साथसाथै अर्को कुरा गर्नुपर्दाखेरि चाहिँ नेपालले अहिले उद्धारको कुनै पनि चार्टर फ्लाइटहरू गरिरहेको अवस्था छैन।
Former Nepali national cricket team captain Paras Khatka has been nominated for ICC Men's Associate Player of the Decade Award. Former captain Khatka has been nominated in Associate category as one of the best cricketers of the decade in the list released by International Cricket Council today. Along with Khatka, 3 players from Scotland and 1 each from Netherlands and Papua New Guinea have been nominated from Nepal. Scotland's Ricky Barrington, Kylie Koiser and Com McLeod, Netherlands' Peter Boren and Papua New Guinea's Asad Bhala have also been nominated. ICC has been awarding men and women players of world cricket in various categories. This year, ICC has decided to award Cricketer of the Decade, Women and Men, Men's Test Player of the Decade, ODI Player of the Decade, Women and Men, Decade T20 Players, 9 Women and Men, Decade Associate Player of the Decade, 9 Women and Men, and ICC Spirit of Cricket of the Decade. ICC has made arrangements on its web portal to vote for the players nominated for the award. ICC has stated that award will be announced on December 2nd. Last year, Khatka left captaincy of Nepali team. Khatka replaced Binod Das as the captain of Nepali team in 2009. COVID-19 Crisis Management Center Steering Committee set up by government to control and prevent corona has proposed to reopen previously closed services in areas where infection is low. CCMC meeting held at Singapore on Tuesday decided to take a proposal to the Council of Ministers to reopen previously closed services in the area where corona infection is declining. Meeting also decided to identify places where corona risk is high and seal it in a certain area as per the need and make arrangements for testing. Similarly, meeting also decided to take a proposal to Council of Ministers for additional flights from other countries as per the need, said Marinda Guragai, Secretary to Prime Minister and Office of Council of Ministers. Situation of corona infection in Valley was also discussed in the meeting. Meeting has decided to increase the scope of testing in Kathmandu Valley. Meeting also discussed the situation of corona infection in Nepal and efforts being made for its prevention and control.
आजको निर्देशक समितिको बैठकमा अहिलेको वर्तमान कोभिड-19 को संक्रमणको स्थितिबारे विस्तृतमा छलफल गरियो। केही जिल्लाहरूमा अहिले संक्रमणको दर घट्दै गएको भए तापनि काठमाडौँ उपत्यकामा अहिले संक्रमणको दर उच्च नै रहेको देखिएको छ। संक्रमण दर उच्च रहेका स्थानहरूमा र संक्रमण न्यून भएका स्थानहरूमा के सेवाहरूलाई कसरी सञ्चालन गर्ने विषयमा विस्तृतमा छलफल भयो। नेपाल सरकार मन्त्री परिषदबाट यसअघि संक्रमणको स्थितिलाई विचार गरेर रोक लगाइएका केही सेवाहरू संक्रमण न्यून भएका स्थानहरूमा खोल्दै जान उपयुक्त हुन्छ भन्ने निष्कर्ष निकालिएको छ। त्यो विषयमा नेपाल सरकार मन्त्री परिषदमा थप छलफल गर्ने निर्णय भएको छ। यस्तै गरी केही स्थानहरूमा एकजना दुईजना व्यक्ति कर्मचारी वा पदाधिकारीहरू संक्रमण पुष्टि भएपछि सेवा नै बन्द गरेर सेवालाई अवरोध हुने स्थिति पनि देखिएको हुनाले त्यस्तो नगरिकन पोजिटिभ देखिएको संक्रमित भएकोलाई आइसोलेट गरेर बाँकी रहेका कर्मचारीहरूबाट सेवालाई निरन्तरता दिन निर्देशन गर्ने निर्णय भएको छ। यस्तै गरी अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय उडान नियमित उडान भएका स्वीकृत भएका देशहरूका अलावा संक्रमण जोखिमको विश्लेषण गरेर अन्य मुलुकहरूमा पनि संस्कृति पर्यटन तथा नागरिक उड्डयन मन्त्रालयले क्रमशः नियमित उडान अनुमति दिँदै जाने निर्णय भएको छ। आवश्यकता अनुसार काठमाडौँ उपत्यकामा रहेका एकीकृत एम्बुलेन्स सेवाको पार्किङको समस्या अहिले देखिएको हुनाले केही नगरपालिकाहरूमा लोकेट गरेर काठमाडौँ उपत्यकाको हकमा काठमाडौँ महानगरपालिका लगायत अन्य नगरपालिकाहरूमा यो पार्किङको व्यवस्था मिलाएर व्यवस्थित गर्ने एम्बुलेन्स सेवालाई निरन्तरता गर्ने व्यवस्थित गर्ने निर्णय भएको छ। यस्तै गरी समितिमा नेपाल सरकार मन्त्री परिषदमा प्रस्ताव लानुपर्ने विषयहरूमा थप छलफल गरेर प्रस्ताव लैजाने गरी निर्णयहरू भएका छन्।
India has again banned 43 Chinese applications. On Tuesday, 43 mobile apps were banned. 43 banned apps include 14 dating apps, 6 businesses and finance apps, and 1 entertainment application. It is said that app has been banned, saying that there is a security threat to a country, which includes 4 Alibaba applications as well. Bomb has exploded in Afghanistan. Bomb blast near the northern city of Bamiyan has killed at least 17 persons. More than 50 people have been injured. 1 traffic policeman was killed in the blast. Bombers struck shortly after noon as President Ashraf Ghani was attending a meeting of Regional Cooperation Organization. Bamiyan is one of the safest provinces in Afghanistan. According to local officials, the blast took place in the middle of Bamiyan city. No one has yet claimed responsibility for the blast. Elon Musk, founder and CEO of Tesla Inclusive and SpaceX, has become the world's second richest man. Musk overtook Microsoft founder Bill Gates. Musk, 49, has a net worth of $127.9 billion. Musk's net worth has risen due to a huge jump in Tesla's stock. Tesla's market value has risen to $491 billion. This year, Musk has added about $100.3 billion net worth to his net worth. According to Bloomberg Index, Musk was ranked 35th on the rich list in January. United States President-elect Joe Biden has announced 6 key members of his upcoming team. America is ready to lead the world. He will not back down from his responsibilities, said Biden. Avril Haines has been nominated for the post of Director of National Intelligence. If so, she will be the first woman to lead a spy agency in the country. New head of Homeland Security will be Alejandro Mayorkas. Donald Trump is ready to hand over power, and now intelligence agencies can provide him with information. However, there are still doubts about the possibility of Trump denying his defeat. Trump is still accusing November 3rd vote of rigging. A total of 11,652 corona infections have died in the world in a single day. At the same time, number of deaths from corona in the world has reached 1.413,733, according to Worldometers. In one day, 534,701 infected people have been added. As of Wednesday morning, number of corona cases in the world has reached 679,914. There is an active infection in 1,71,54,357 infected people. Condition of 1,03,566 of them is critical. So far, 41.51,824 people have been cured after infection. Number of infected people in the United States, which has the highest number of corona infections, has reached 1,29,51,000. So far, 2,35,873 people have lost their lives in the United States. Similarly, number of infected people in India, which is the second most infected, has reached 92,21,998. So far, 1,34,743 people have lost their lives in India. Nepal is currently ranked 37 in the list of infected countries. This is all for now. We'll be back with more news and updates. Till then, keep watching Dharma Television. May all the sentient beings be at peace. Stay safe.